Okay, it's just on sunset in Cape Town and we're going to fly the Cape mission, which means I'll be turning around, going back north and flying around Green Point Lighthouse and just down the west coast to the Cape. Let's have a look at the map quickly. Here we go. It's a very simple flight plan, just 3 waypoints. Yes, to take off to the northwest and follow the coast down to the Cape, come back. Very simple. So I'll do a left-hand turn, come back across the airport. Let's get that sitting position adjusted. All looks pretty good. Righto. Rightio. Let's go. Not sure what that warning's for. Probably because I've got the wheel brakes on. Let's take them off. Toe brakes. And off we go. Airspeed's alive, 20 knots, 30. Right rudder coming in, 50 knots. 70, 90, 110, start to rotate, 6 degrees, a bit more, wants a bit more, 7 degrees as it climbs away. Gear up, 177 knots, 180, right it gets to 200, oh look at that, sun's going, yeah, 200 knots, flaps up, and let's a long turn back to the north. Mike India Golf, copy. Mike India Golf, copy.
Cape Town Tower 007 frequency change.
These things are so fast. So we're doing 230 knots, we're already at 1700 feet. They just get away on you. And we've got to turn about another 30 degrees. Very hard to see in that sunlight. Let's check the map out. So we're still turning. Almost on track. A bit more. Okay. Yeah, the sun is just going down. So 300 knots, 1500 feet. It's all good. Pretty stable, but also agile platform, this one. So it's about 90% RPM, sitting on 320 knots. I think I'll leave it there. 1500 feet. There's the CBD over there. Traffic at 3 o'clock. Green light flickering over there. Quite a few ships around too. Another airport here. Okay, let's get down to 500 feet as we get our feet wet. Slow up a little bit. What's it called? Lion something. That plateau up there. I'm going to go up tomorrow in the Zlin Shock Ultra and see if I can land on it. Very cool. Righto, let's crank it up a bit. So come around the harbour and approaching waypoint 1. So this is such a simple flight plane, just keep the land on the left. Nice. So picturesque. Crank it up a bit. I think I might fly along so with an aircraft like this. You can just fly wherever you want. Fly along the edge of the escarpment here, just for a change. And it's sunset. Okay, we're headed right down the edge of the Cape. Now, in there is our waypoint 2, which is Hoots Bay Harbour. We'll swing around the headland and have a look at it. A lot of backstick there. So I won't fly in there because of the speed. I'll go straight across. But there's Hoots Bay Harbour. Waypoint 2. Okay, continuing down the coast. Cut across this point here. Still got a ways to go. Of course, at this time of day, the main attraction visually is really the sunset, which does look awesome. Okay, now that large hill or mountain down there is right next to the cape. We'll turn back to the north. Okay, let's get down to it. Here it is, the Cape. And as usual, we may as well hug the coast. So we've got to fly halfway around the bay anyway. So what we can see is the everybody settles in for the night, and we enjoy more of that great sunset too. And might as well get the landing teed up. Channel 2. Channel 1. Mike India Golf 3.
Cape Town Tower 007 is 16 miles southwest 700 feet with Oscar to land. 007 Cape Town Tower. Altimeter 29er.9er, 2 wind 025 at 51. Fly left base runway 01.
Mike India Golf copy.
Make left base runway 01007.
So landing to the north. Funny we took off to the south, but that's the way it goes. Dial that heading in. So cool. Okay, it's about 10 miles to the airport from the beach here. So let's climb a bit, get a visual.
Cape Town Tower, generic silver uniform. Tango Sierra Yankee 5 miles south inbound for DME Zulu runway 01 approach.
Uh-oh, someone's 5 miles out, what's going to happen?
Zulu uniform. Tango Sierra Yankee Cape Town Tower. Altimeter 29er.9er, 2 wind 025 at 51. Cleared for DME Zulu runway 01 approach.
He's cleared.
07 wind 025 at 51.
And I'm
Land runway 01.
cleared, so who's first? I guess it's me.
Cleared VOR DME Zulu runway 01 approach generic Tango Sierra Yankee.
Trying to get it.
Tango Sierra Yankee, follow the aircraft on base.
Okay.
025 at 51. Cleared to land runway 01.
Ah, there he is up there. Cool.
Cleared to land runway 01 generic Tango Sierra Yankee.
Okay. Can see the
007, please acknowledge.
Mike India Golf copy.
Cleared to land runway 01007.
Yeah, easier said than done. Yeah, it's always hard to see this one. Now, 250 knots, I don't think we're going to make it. Well, I might. Anyway, he can sort himself out. Yeah, 200 knots, ski down. Flaps 1. Flaps 2. Yeah, we'll be right. No worries. Speed brake in. Don't get too slow. 154 knots. Bit low. Very low. 147. 3 greens, gears down, flaps down. And there we go. 132 knots. Not displeased with that. And we can turn off around about here, I think.
007 exit runway when able.
Yep. If we look over our left side. We should see the other guy landing. First get off the runway.
007 contact ground on 121.9er.
And then I'll see if I can spot him. Mike into your golf copy.
121.9er 007.
Okay, let's just hold here. Can we see him landing? No, it's a bit hard to get my head around there. Not to worry. Anyway, that's a lovely sunset. Look forward to doing it again. Okay, I'm taking another light jet trainer out of the stable, the T-45 Goshawk, and we're going to try and do a speed run around the dam busters route. So I'll start the timer when I release the brakes. Let's get wheel brakes off, toe brakes on, full throttle, and hit the timer. Here we go. So we're taking off runway 19. I'll do a right hand turn back over the airport to get onto course. 80 knots, 90, 100, 10, I think about 120. Rotating, 5 degrees, a bit more. There we go. Gear up. And 200 knots, flaps up. Getting towards sunset. Still accelerating. 200 knots, 350 feet. This thing has a lot of grunt. Back into your golf copy. Going through north. 300 knots already. And coming onto course. Yep, you can see the familiar hill in the distance. At about 1,000 feet. Okay, now is the trim going to work for me? I think it is. Okay. Going through. Mike into your golf copy.
Cape Town Tower 007 frequency change.
So headed towards the notch. There's False Bay out there. There's Cape of Good Hope in the distance. And looking to the north. Okay. That seems to be a bit nose high. Anyway, 500 knots. Push the stick forward. I've only flown this a couple of times actually. It's been sitting in the hangar gathering dust, and it is a magnificent model, just as the India Fox Techo's Mackie is. Going through 550 knots, this thing really moves. This is our first waypoint. Just past this hill, little dam. Let's fly right over the dam to keep in the spirit of things. There it is, waypoint 1. Pull up over this hill. Just past the next ridge here, there's going to be two dams. And we're really moving. We're sitting around 550 knots. Fuel's good. We're back on the ground in 15 minutes. No afterburner, so we should be alright. Waypoint 2. Now come right and pick up the large dam, Berg River Dam. up. There it is. Beautiful. Now it certainly won't follow the floor of the valley here because it's impossible at this speed. So we'll cut across there and we're going through the notch. Right ahead, quite a bit of turbulence as you can see. And I'll roll inverted after this ridge across the lake. Beautiful. And the bridge coming up. We're not really contemplating the scenery in this kind of fun. Here's our bridge. High G turn. There's our bridge. Coming onto track. Southwest. There we go. Took a bit of effort. Now, across a small ridge and then another dam. The Eichenhoff Dam. Rather a large one. There it is. Very fast roll rate. Cool. Across this one in a couple of seconds, and then the steam blast dam. Just over the next couple of rises. Well, this is going to be a fast run. Yep, we're really making time here. So that steam blast dam coming up. Fly along length of it and down to the coast. There's a dam. And another one up the end here. It's all a blur at this speed. And down we go to the coast, short distance. And turn right. So I'll do run in and brake over the airport to try to keep it fast. Turning right over False Bay. We're out on track to the airport. About 1,000 feet and give them a call. Channel 2. Channel 2. Mike India Golf 3.
Cape Town Tower 007 is 13 miles southeast, 800 feet with Oscar to land. 007 Cape Town Tower. Altimeter 29er.9er, 2 wind 025 at 51. Make straight at runway 01.
Mike India Golf, copy.
7 wind 02 at 51. Clear to land runway 01.
Mike India Golf, copy.
Clear to land runway 01007.
Now this is the first occasion I've been able to see the airport clearly because the turning the lights on. Just heading up to 01. There we are. Here we go. upwind, going to cut the throttle, pull across the downwind. I'm really pulling hard there. Wow. That does not want to turn for some reason, but because I'm going so fast. Okay, yeah. Lost all my orientation. There's the runway, okay. That was a confusing turn. Like I said, I've only flown it twice, so I shouldn't expect to know what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm going to turn to final. Turn to final, try to find the runway. There it is, coming up pretty wide. Okay, speed's dropping to 50 knots. So it's a pretty ropey old circuit, this one. Let's check the trim. Okay, that would help. I had full forward trim in. That was not helping me. Okay, gear down. Flaps 1. Speed brake out. Flaps 2. On glide slope at least. 156 knots, speed brake in. Some left rudder. 134, don't get too slow.
Power.
Yep, thank you. That's handy. 126. There we go. Pretty ropey landing. So stop the timer. That was 11 minutes 24 seconds. Okay. Like the buffeting that comes in there when you put the brakes on hard. Gear flaps up. Mike India Golf copy.
Going to 121.90007.
Looking for the taxiway actually. We're going to go back this way. So that was pretty quick. Okay, I think I'll I mean, my MB339 is set up perfectly for recon, but this one's certainly a performer and fun to fly, so I'm going to have to drag it out of the hangar. That's for sure. Yeah, I love that vibration that comes in when you slam the brakes on. I might even take it around the Cape later on, as the sun goes down. To 1.9. Channel 1. Mike India Golf 3.
Cape Town ground 007, request taxi to parking.
Magical lighting.
General aviation parking using taxiway Echo Bravo Juliet.
Well, Bravo goes to the right. Let's go there and see what happens. This is a deep.
007, did you copy?
Mike India Golf copy.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Bravo Juliet 007.
This is the default airport, and it's absolutely spectacular, I've got to say. Okay, I'm not sure what this Juliet is. I wager it's not supposed to be in there amongst all the heavies. Let's turn in here. Make sure there's nobody coming. Yep, good. Okay, I'll just put in the corner and amongst all the baggage equipment. Or maybe a park under the wing of this guy. Just for a photo op. Yes, looks very cool. Okay, parking brake on. How nice is that? So cool. Alrighty. Well, that was fast and that was fun. Okay, I'm back at Cape Town flying the Cape profile for the umpteenth time. This time in T-45, and I've installed some cool new external cameras, which I'm looking forward to trying out. It's 7:25 AM. So we're going to, the sun's coming up in the east. We should get some nice shots, we'll see. We shall see. Wheel brake off. Right rudder, 60 knots, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 7 degrees, nose up, bit more, and it climbs away. Gear up, flaps up at 170, trim to neutral, going for 300 feet, 200 knots, back off a bit. We'll do a left turn to bring us back on track across the airport as we keep climbing. Mike India Golf copy.
007 leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Mike India Golf copy.
Cape Town Tower 007 frequency change.
So we're at 250 knots, 700 feet. Still turning, back on track. I think it's about heading 310. So here's the airport. Pretty much on track now. 1,000 feet. Beautiful. A little bit fast. Let's just pull the map up. Yeah, oh, how good's that? And what is our heading? It is 325. Okay, that's 5 degrees out. Not too bad. Now we've got those anomalies generated by the Orbex scenery, but they do disappear as you get close. And it certainly adds a lot of wonderful detail around the port area and the CBD. Hopefully they might retro fix it, but I won't hold my breath. Okay, let's just try the cameras. We've got the one behind the canopy on the left side, one on the right side. We've got one just behind the nose gear, which rotates left, back, and to the right. It's a pretty good setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cameras set up. It's a pretty nice view. You can see the instruments, especially the ADI down there, nice and colourful. Right, let's make use of these cameras. It's get some nice panoramic shots as we head over the dock. And we'll get down to about 500 feet, I think. Trim's responding nicely. At 300 knots at the moment. I'll slow down a bit. 500 feet. Very nice. Stop left. Look at that. What a great view. Let's fly right over the stadium here. How nice is that? So looking to turn. Pretty sure that stripy building is the Greenpoint Lighthouse. Right, so let's get some speed up for our low level run down the coast here. Knots and push it up. $300. So I'm still getting used to the trim on this. It does tend to climb with added power, getting up to 400 knots now. Yeah, it's climbing a lot. Let's push forward. Let's go back to our helmet cam. So we get back down to low level. Bitch and Betty's telling us to pull up. Okay, 530 knots, it really increases the turn radius, that's for sure. And there's our friend Hood Bay Harbour just waking up, so we won't wake him up. Now let's see if we can scream down this beach at low level. That looks pretty good with the nose camera. Super nice. Okay, it's looking slightly down this camera, so it's going to take a while to get used to it. So walk up there. Still getting some pretty nice views. I'll fine tune it. I mean, the cameras in the MB339 have got almost 2,000 hours of using them, so they've been finely tuned a long time ago to get really nice cameras. I'd only put these on this morning, so a few more sorties and they'll be more comfortable for me. Let's try the front one again. There we go, some nice beach pictures. So it is panable from the cockpit, although it does get rather confusing when you do that. panning this one. That's a pretty nice view. Once again, confusing at first though. Right. Now we're coming around to the Cape. Just past that mountain down there, which is called... what's it called? Let's see if I can see it on the map. Cape Point, I guess. And there should be a lighthouse on the tip. Here, just over around the next corner, I think. There it is. Oh, nice. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Now, since the sun's on this side, we'll get some clearer views on this side of the point. So let's go back to the nose cam, see what we can see. Once again, could be something to do with the stability augmentation systems, which I glanced at in the manual, but it's really under a glance. But anyway, seems to be under control. Just seems to want to climb a lot and getting really fast. Try that wing camera view again. Sorry, not the wing camera, she's a large camera. Left side, back, forward, nice. Let's go back to helmet cam. Excellent. Well, I'm certainly having a blast flying this. It's only done about an hour on it, I guess. Certainly very responsive and stable. Great little round views. And there we go, we're headed straight back to the airport. Might do a touch and go actually. Channel 2. Channel 1. Mike India Golf 2.
Cape Town Tower 007 is 900 miles southwest, 900 feet with Oscar for touch and go.
007 Cape Town Tower. Altimeter 29.9, 2 wind 025 at 51. Fly left base runway 01.
Mike India Golf copy.
07 wing 025 at 51. Clear touch and go left traffic runway 01.
Mike India Golf copy.
Clear
Okay,
touch
it's
and
just
runway 01007.
if you look at the right MFD, you'll see the cursor moving around. Get it onto 01. There we go. Using my wing combat panel makes it so easy to tune these instruments like that. And the radio, Fantastic. Best bit of kit I've ever bought, I have to say. Possibly, it's right up there with the TPR. Rudder pedals anyway. Right, so touch and go. Let's get our head in the game. Here's the runway. It's always hard to see, and I always say that. See, it almost blends in. They should cut the grass or paint the grass pink or something next to it. So we'll do a little abbreviated circuit. Zero one. We're at 800 feet. 250 knots. So I'm going to brake left. .90 degrees more to go, so we can see down there. There's a threshold right there.
Check gear.
Thank you. I wonder how she knew I was going to land. Interesting. There's a lot to learn about this aircraft. Okay. Right, let's turn to final now and drop the gear. Gear down, flaps one. Watch the speed. Yeah, getting the stall warnings here.
Cape Town Tower Link 3214 miles, south inbound 4DM, east runway 01 approach. Link 321 Cape Town Tower.
Flaps two.
Altimeter 29er, 2 wind 025 at 51. Cleared 4DM, east runway 01 approach.
150 knots. Yeah, I'm going to
4DM, east runway 01 approach, Link 321.
put the seat up a bit. Now, I think we're way too fast and we're too high. .140 knots. Down at 125. Okay, let's, as a touch, let's go. 7 degrees up, climbing, positive rate of climb, gear up, flaps up. Now, the tower often does not detect that you've done the touch and go, I've noticed. What are that warnings? Wheels are up. Yep. Okay, I've got no idea what that is. Fuel? Oh yeah, it's bingo fuel. We've got 15 gallons per side left. So let's Mike India Golf 4.
Cape Town Tower 007, cancel landing intention.
007, your cancellation is received.
Channel 2. Channel 1. Mike India Golf 3.
Cape Town Tower 007 is 2 miles northwest, 1,400 feet with Oscar to land.
007 Cape Town Tower. Altimeter 29er, 2 wind 025 at 51. Make left downwind runway 01.
Mike India Golf, copy.
Cape Town Tower, Speedbird 59er, 4 miles south inbound 4DM, Zulu runway 01 approach.
Uh-oh.
Speedbird 59er, Cape Town Tower. Altimeter 29er, 2 wind 025 at 51. Cleared 4DM, Zulu runway 01 approach.
Yeah, follow the aircraft on throttle.
007 wind 025 at 51. Cleared to land runway 01.
Oh, good. Mike India Golf, copy. Okay, gear down.
Cleared fuel RDM, Zulu runway
Flaps
01
one.
approach, Speedbird 59er.
Throttle rack. Flaps 2. Pretty steep approach, but we'll get it on the ground. We're down to 13 gallons per side.
007, did you hear my last transmission?
Mike India Golf, copy.
Cleared to land runway 01007.
Coming in super fast. But slowing down nicely, 165 knots. Aircraft on the left, there's another one coming in behind me. 151, settling. 144, just about down actually. Let's go a bit slower. There we go. 127 knots. Whew. That was exciting. Yeah, I reckon that was bingo fuel. Lucky I wasn't somewhere out over the water. Turning off here.
Exit runway when able.
That's it.
007 contact ground on 121.9er.
Mike India Golf, copy.
Going to 121.9er 007.
Let's see. 121. 9er. Oops, there it is. Oh, down past it. Yep. Mike India Golf 3.
Cape Town ground 007 taxi to parking.
007 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Echo Bravo Juliet.
Mike India Golf.
Ground cargo 162. Copy IFR clearance to Foxtrot Alpha Lima Echo.
Mike India Golf, copy.
Cargo 162
Oh,
is to Foxtrot
she's
Alpha
busy
Lima
now.
Echo Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 19er climb and maintain 10,000 feet.
Pretty sure we usually go
Departure frequency is 119.7/2004.
to the right. Mike India Golf, copy.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Echo Bravo Juliet 007.
Let's try our camera. Nice.
Cargo 162 cleared to
Let's get some
Foxtrot
panoramic
Alpha Lima Echo Airport is filed. Takeoff runway
airport views
19er
while we're at it.
and maintain 10,000 feet.
And the wheel view.
124.7 squawk
Let's put the
0204.
flaps up.
Cargo 162 readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.9er when ready to taxi. Good day.
Nice. You're down to 11 gallons.
Cape Town ground cargo 162 requesting pushback.
I did
Cargo 162
park in there once before. Let's change the channel. I did park in there once before, but
Tower Speedbird Flight 9er is going missed.
okay, it's all happening here at the moment. It never rains, but it pours. I think we'll pull in here. Yep, this looks like our spot. Perfect. Wheel brakes on. Nice. And I'm going to cut the fuel pump or the fuel valve that usually does it. So there we go. That was fun. And I'll tweak those camera views and look forward to more. Taxiing. A sim within a sim. Different pace to flying about, slow, pretty much like driving a car or a truck, and you get time to stop and actually smell the roses, enjoy the incredible scenery, check out the grass, runway texture, all this great stuff. And if you get lost, which I usually do, I'll turn on my computer aided helmet mounted display here and it shows me I've got to turn left up yonder. Very cool. check out the atmospheric perspective over there. That's one of the fantastically modelled features in this sim. So yes, the taxiing experience, very laid back, pretty much like a truck sim, and a great way to finish off a flight. So I really enjoy the last few moments, or minutes rather, after a long flight, taxiing back and trying to park with some degree of grace and smoothness. See how we go this time.
Airbus Lima X-Ray Echo, you are 800 feet above your assigned altitude.
Oh, that radio is on. I thought it was off. So we're at Circular Military in south of Slovenia. I'll just check my spot again. Oh yes, okay. Where the two guys are, and no aircraft. Rightio, let's see if we can make it smooth. Came to a stop. You lose points for that. Really want to stop just there where the batons meet. Anyway, it's all great fun. Coming in for a landing at Circular Military. Swung a bit wide there, but should be okay. Check the air brake is in. It is. Still pretty fast. But throttle's right back. I think we'll be pretty good around about the threshold. About 170 now. Wow. Got 3 greens, gears down, feels good. Flaps are full. Check. Landing lights are on. Rate of descent coming to a slow level. I'm going to flare here. Still throttle. Oh.
Nice landing, man.
Thank you. I thought we had a few more feet to go. But anyway, it was reasonably smooth. A few bumps there, I like that. Anti-skid is on. Usual fantastic aircraft modelling from India Fox Techo. Phew. Let's get off the runway. Fabulous. So I've just set up the GoPro cameras on the T-45 and looking pretty cool. So this one's set up just behind the landing gear, obviously, and it can look right and back, but it's very cool. Very nice. Left and obviously forward. Also I've got a wing camera on the right, on the left. Very nice. Yeah, and there's a bit of cross-country taxiing going on there. Okay, so going to take the aircraft around the Cape and take some pictures. It's 7:21 in the morning, sun's just coming up in the east, so we should get some nice pictures. Looking forward to it. Let's just check out that near the wheel cap. That's awesome. That should look good when we're in the air as well. Looking forward to it. Heading back to Chirkla Military in the T-45 on the Sava River. Exploring the valleys. This is the fourth flight plan over Chirkla, and go past two castles and through some spectacular valleys. Particularly around the power station, there are so many power lines. I'm not sure you could fly under them in a fast jet. You'd have to stay really low, but probably good for a light aircraft. Not that you should ever fly under a power line, of course. Goes without saying, really. And power lines here just before Rajenberg Castle on the left. The red roof there. Around the corner we should see Chirkla Military in the large valley to the south. Yep, there it is. Awesome. On the Sava River in Slovenia, staying above the power lines. God, this guy is a bit of a panic merchant. Hope he didn't eject. Right, but now we can descend. Anyway, quite amusing some of the comments you get from the backseater in this T-45. If you do a really smooth landing, he falls asleep. And as you heard, occasionally he wants to eject. That's pretty funny. Not sure what that warning was. It could have been a stall warning. Yeah, it was. I just saw the red light on my dashboard. And very cool. That's a high speed stall, doing over 200 knots. Pretty cool. Righto. Time to go and land, I think, and have some afternoon tea. Awesome. Approaching Rajenberg Castle. I'm going to try to fly under the power lines here and over the bridge. Should be okay. Yep. Righto, pressing on up the Sava River. Hours of fun down here. sort of flying you probably couldn't do legally. Taking a military jet at high speed or any speed, low level, in these, well, power lines. Yeah, past power lines and towns. Yeah, kind of doubt it. There's Sevnica Castle, beautiful. But it's one of the great things about Microsoft Flight Simulator. We can do all of that and more right here. As real as it gets, I think they used to say. Back in about 2004. As real as it gets. I gotta say, it's pretty awesome. So beating it up along the Sava River, the T-45, trying to follow the river and avoid hills and power lines while I'm at it. Anyway, let's see if I can get down low again. Very tight turn coming up here. Great fun. See if I can stay low until we get to the power station. That might prove difficult. Yeah, I think it's beyond my present capabilities, that's for sure. Nonetheless, it's a heck of a lot of fun. I think I was stuttering out of fear there. Yeah, power station 11 o'clock. Lots of power lines just beyond it to the west. So I'll pull up just before I get there. In fact, just on the next corner, I think, would be wise. Up we go. Go to the belly cam to show you why. See, power lines right there. They're the ones. Awesome. More fun on the Sava River. Yeah, coming up to Sevnica Castle, and then we're heading back to Churkla military to land. Castle's just on the left, and there are power lines here, so I'm keeping my eyes ahead. Great fun. Coming up to Rajenberg Castle, and there are power lines here, so I'm going to pull up. Could have gone under them, but Being cautious today. Yep. They're the ones. Now we're headed straight back to Churkla Military Airport to hopefully land. FAB. Flying past Tivolya Thermoelectric Power Station and associated power lines, heading back down to Sevnica Castle and landing at Churkla Military Base. Lots of fun. Let's go to the camera on the wing. Lots of fun to be had down here. Trying to stick to the river. Beautiful. Going a bit too fast there to stay on the river. But it's all part of the learning process. Learning how each aircraft that you fly responds to this sort of handling. Whew. Pulling a few G's there, got up to 6 G's actually. Beautiful. I'm flying west of Sevnica Castle in southeast Slovenia. Castle should be at 12 o'clock. There it is, 11 o'clock. Very cool. Righto, let's head upriver a little bit. And have some low-level valley fun. Valley run fun. Nice stretch of river. There's no obstacles and no power lines. Pretty low pressure. And a beautiful wide river to follow. Sitting about 400 feet above the terrain. Excellent. Parking is like a sim within a sim. Represents a challenge it's kind of a real-time thing,
Juliet Tango, continue taxi.
and object being not to run the little guys over, get as close to the centre line as I can, follow the instructions. Yeah, I'll come back left in a moment, and in this case I throttle back too early. I'm going to hit the parking brake now. So you're always going for that perfect parking where you come in smooth, cruise in, pretty much like we can all reverse park our cars, I'm sure. But doing it in a jet is another thing, and a great way to extend immersion further into the world of flight sim. We're in the valley west of Sevnica Castle. What's the castle name? It is Sevnica Castle, yeah. Power lines to the left there. Gave me a bit of a start. So in southern Slovenia, southeast. And at the power station I'm going to pull up to the north of it because there are power lines everywhere, like that one. It's a spider web of power lines here. Probably okay if you're in a light aircraft. You could probably just fly along 1,500 feet underneath all of them, but I'm sure it's doable in this, but I'm not going to give it a go yet. Anyway, lots of fun in this picturesque part of Slovenia.
4,000.
Flying the route from our fourth mission out of Črkla military airport. Very picturesque. Beautiful. Coming up on the power station near Črkla Airport, and just as I reported, there are power lines everywhere. It is a maze of power lines down there, and actually let's look to the north of this ridge. There we go, you can see the coloured balls on the lines. It's like a, wow, spider's web. Amazing. Anyway, it's probably wise to fly over that section of the valley. And let's now do the unwise and descend into the rest of the valley. I think I can see some more. It's hard to tell with the coloured trees or coloured balls. Best to be on the safe side, actually. I mean, this would be a great run in a, VTOL aircraft, about 80 knots. You can fly really low under the power lines. In fact, I think I'll come back and do that. It's a bit, it's too hazardous for jet valley flying, in my opinion. Even here there's likely to be some. Let's go to the underwing cam. Oh, it looks clear. But anyway, famous last words. immersion factor taxi. So taxiing is like a sim within a sim. I kind of liken it to European Truck Simulator. If you haven't tried that, you're missing out. I actually had to take it off my library because it's so addictive, it's so relaxing. It's kind of like this, you're just driving along, staying on the road, looking left and right, checking out the scenery, marvelling at the details around, but still paying attention to the driving. If you get lost, I can pull up computer 8, tells me, okay, I've got to turn left at the next corner. That's cool. Turn it off now. And I'm just steering with my feet, working the throttle. Pretty much like a car or a truck.
Ground Foxtrot, Charlie Alpha Juliet Tango, request taxi to parking.
And it's a whole different tempo.
Foxtrot, Charlie Alpha Juliet Tango taxi to
Just
general
turning him
aviation
down.
parking using taxiway Alpha.
To the flying tempo. It's relaxed and gives you time to really explore
Taxiing to general aviation
the
parking.
fantastic
Taxiway Alpha Dollar Alpha
details
Juliet Tango.
which are here. This is just a standard airport, by the way. It's still amazing world to explore down here at walking pace. So I treat taxiing. I don't always taxi before takeoff. I'll often do a scramble, jump into the hot jet. But after a nice flight, I enjoy taxiing back to parking. It's a great way to unwind. It's like a sim within a sim. So another area where you can extend your immersion in flight sims.
MiGMan 007 Tower. Altimeter 29er decimal 21078 at 12. Enter left base runway 09er.
Copy that.
MiGMan 007 wind 078 at 12. Clear to land runway 09er.
Copy that.
Clear to land runway 09er MiGMan 007.
Right. Let's do it. So at midfield, and let's turn to upwind. Okay, there's the threshold, throttling back, speed brake out, gear down, flaps full, speed brake in, throttle at idle, turning to final. Got 3 greens, gears down, just feeling around for the landing light switch, there it is, landing lights on.
Sync rate's too high.
Yeah, don't worry mate. It is pretty high. Okie dokie. Still pretty high, but I'm going to flare. It'll be good. I'll be fine. Speed brake out. Speed brake in. And flaring, and we're down. I know you're not supposed to flare these Navy fighters, but that's what I know. Speed brake out, tow brakes on. Should make this taxiway, I think.
MiGMan 007 exit runway when able.
Roger that. It's a river. So there's Sevnica Castle. Awesome. Yeah, it's very tempting to follow that river, but believe me, there are lots of power lines here. See, we just flew over one set. Lots of them. Anyway, since we're staying above the power lines, I guess I can crank it up. Going through 340 knots. Through the 80. Slow up a bit because we're getting closer to the next castle. It's going to be on the northern side of the river, just about here, I think. Yep, there it is, right next to power lines. Cool. Righto. So I'm actually going to fly in reverse. Going to head up to that lovely river and fly to Rosenberg and Sevnica castles, which are waypoint 7 and 6 respectively. And keep a sharp eye out for the dreaded power lines. Already come unstuck a couple of times this morning. Lucky it was only simulated flights, but this one's for real. Just double checking, flaps are up, gear is up, landing lights are off, all the other lights are on. Pitot heat, anti-ice are on because it is -6 degrees Celsius. Pull up, she says. Power lines there, for example. Probably better stay around 500 feet until I really have a good
MiGMan 007 leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
good handle on where they are. Copy that. Copy that. Nope. Copy that.
Tower MiGMan 007 frequency change.
I'll just synchronize my moving map. There we go. Approach. There's the first castle, and there are power lines just behind it. Yes, there they are. So that was Rosenberg Castle. Now up off to Sevnica Castle. It's about 6.5 miles.
Watch the ground.
Yeah. Wow. This is a new feature which wasn't present last time I flew. It's quite amusing. told me to eject a while ago too, which is like, yeah, no. Wow. But anyway, I guess it's a useful feature. Yeah, keep a double sharp eye out for those dreaded power lines. Get quite close to the castle. I think it's just around this corner. It's on the right. There it is. 11 o'clock. Very cool. Just leaving Circular Military in the southwest of Slovenia and heading up to waypoints 7 and 6, which will involve 2 castles. So back in the T-45 after probably a 2-year break, I think. And I'm in the instructor's seat, not because of merit or experience, but just because it's a kind of great thing you can do in a flight sim.
MiGMan 007 leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Copy that.
Tower MiGMan 007 frequency change.
And I do like the view from back here. Just turning the radio down. No HUD in the back. And I've got my MiGPit Mark 7 in front of me with plenty of instruments showing me what's going on. So first castle's coming up on the right. There it is. Let's pull up straight over it and over those power lines. Be a good idea too. Awesome. Okay, that's about 5.5 miles to the next one. More fun than a barrel of monkeys down here. I think she's saying pull up, pull up. But you know, she's a bit of a worrywart, as we say down here. Next castle's coming up. Slow off a bit. I'm going to look left. I think it's right on the river. Oh, there we go, right off the nose. Very cool.